Hey Dean. Guess what? It's time for Geek Out stuff. So in your last video, you asked me to come up with a sort of topic to start a conversation, and then later on that week, within this week that we are in, sometime before this previous time, anyways, we decided to do Geek Outs. So we're gonna geek out over geeky things, because we're nerd fighters. And that's what we do. My favorite subject ever is biology, and so I'm just gonna throw random things that I think are interesting at you, and you may or may not find them interesting at all, I don't know. It's time for a biology geek out. Okay, there's actually a fairly recent news story with bacteria that were actually taken out of a lake in California, over here, that's here. Okay, so they kind of they made the bacteria sort of replace their phosphorus with arsenic. Okay, so the DNA double helix, it's made of a sugar phosphate backbone, and this is like, it's a big deal, I promise. So what this does is it completely changes what we thought had to constitute a living organism. So there could be stuff in space, organisms that are completely different, like beyond our comprehension. It could be like completely crazy and different. Geek out. And okay, this one is less raw. Okay, like, you know, Thanksgiving just sort of happened, and you know, people are like, turkey, it makes me sleepy. Turkey makes me sleepy. That's kind of a lie. Well, turkey does contain a slightly higher amount of the amino acid tryptophan. Okay, well, tryptophan is a natural sedative, but there isn't enough in turkey to make you sleepy. You're probably sleepy because you ate a ridiculous amount of carbohydrates and you're like, scientific term, So yeah, that's a lie. So my favorite part of biology has to be genetics. Eye color is really interesting because it's controlled by a lot of different genes. The easiest way to describe it is your eyes are made up of a ton of on and off switches. So if your eyes are really dark, like yours, Dean, and like almost all of the switches are on. But if they're kind of like mine, and they're really light, then that means that you have very few switches on, and stuff. Okay, and one thing that I found really interesting in my AP Biology book, I'm in love with my AP Biology book, I'm probably gonna cry when I have to return it to the library, but it's the DNA structure. Like, okay, it's a double helix, it looks like, this is a very, hold on, I can't draw. Concentration. Okay, this is a poorly drawn picture of a double helix. But that, my friend, is the structure of DNA. That little swirly guy, that would be the double helix. And there's these proteins called histones, and then they get packed into those, and then that, I can't even see what's going on, and that, they get into these little whirligigs, and then like bam, chromosome. It's so freaking intricate. I love it. A lot of people don't know that, and like I didn't know that until like this year in AP Biology. It's so cool. Geek out. What's also really interesting is the number of genes in like different kinds of organisms. Like, you'd expect humans to have a ton of genes because we're really complex, right? I'll read off a few things. Okay, so a fruit fly has 13,700 genes. That's quite a bit for, like, you know, just a little tiny thing. And then humans, we have 20,500 genes. Mice have 22,000 genes. They have even more than us. But okay, now this, are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. Okay, this organism has 40,000 genes. This organism is rice. We've been pwned by rice. And, I don't know, I should probably stop talking about things because this video is gonna end up being super long compared to what we already have, our little like 1-2 minute things. But this has been really fun, and I'm glad to have somebody that appreciates nerdiness and just nerd fighters. Okay, so Dean, I'll see you when you upload your next video, which will be a geek out. Bye!